Alright guys, I have a short arm series cooked up ready for you today. Now you can absolutely do all of this with just the weight of your arms if you like. Otherwise, feel free to grab some light dumbbells. I've got some 1 kilos here, or you can use cans, bottle of water, you know the drill. Alright, so suitable for everyone, including our preggies. Now we're going to come to all fours to begin. So let's pop hands under shoulders, knees under hips. We're going to keep elbows really straight to start. Your spine is really long, and I just want you to drop your breastbone and glide your shoulder blades together. Then you're going to spread your shoulder blades apart and lift that breastbone. So as you do this, try and keep those elbows really straight. It's tempting to bend them, but I want the movement to very much come from your shoulder blades and your breastbone. So you'll feel those shoulder blades really wrap around your ribs in one direction and then the other. Might be a little bit clicky, a little bit crunchy to start, but they should really start to loosen up. And then you'll also feel some decent warmth around the muscles of those underarms. Preparing, I won't say for the arm assault to come, but for the arm workout to come. Let's go 4 more. And 3, then we'll get the spine involved in 2, a little bit more. Last one, this time as you lift, let's round the whole spine. Tuck the chin and tailbone as you lift the shoulder blades and spread them apart. And then let's drop it down, find that suspended position that's stretching your belly, opening up the throat. And again, round that spine up to the ceiling. Lift and then drop it down, opening out. Let's go for 1 more, really lift and round. Sink it down low, open up those collarbones, and then let's find your neutral. Okay, so long arms, lifting that breastbone to fill that space between your shoulder blades. Left hand, now I want you to make a bit of a fist and you turn that palm in towards the midline. Right hand stays set underneath your shoulder and your spine is in neutral. Now from here, that left arm, we're simply going to sweep it up in line with your shoulder and then glide down, knuckles just skim the mat, and then sweep that left arm back up again. So it's just that left arm moving. Try and avoid leaning dramatically over to the right, as tempting as it is. Keep your hips square along with those shoulders. So left arm glides to shoulder height, and as it does, you feel that shoulder blade cross the ribs towards the midline. 4 more here. Short, sharp, and to the point today, and 3. Let's go for 2. Next time you lift, hold it up, reach those fingertips long. Arm stays high. We sweep your pinky finger into your hip and then just glide back out where it came from in line with shoulder. So inner range here, sweep it in, sweep it out. All the while, keeping that arm the same height, trying not to sit back into your hips, keep them stacked above your knees so we load up those arms. Brilliant. 3 more inner range and then we'll go for a full semicircle. Last one. This time we're going to go beyond that shoulder position all the way forward and then sweep back around all the way to your hip. Now you'll notice as that arm moves through space, it'll want to do a bit of a rotation. Let it, okay? Don't fight it. Just let it naturally rotate as you sweep it around. Your goal, keep it the same height and try and keep that shoulder blade from creeping too high up to your ear as you reach the arm long. 3 more here. This gets surprisingly hard. Let's go for 2, pushing up out of that right shoulder. Last one, you're going to reach that arm all the way forward, flip your palm down, bend your elbow in by your shoulder. Now you can just focus on your arm. If you want a little bit more, you're going to reach that arm forward, and as you do, extend your right leg long behind. Elbow bends in, but keep it high, knee hovers off the mat, and then reach all the way back out again. So bring the arm, bring the knee in, reach it away. Try and keep that arm right up at shoulder height the whole time. This is the last bit here, sort of. Let's go 4 more. Reach away. And 3. Last 2. Last one, let's find that reach and length. Flip your thumb towards the ceiling, point the toes, pulse the limbs for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down, nice start. All right, let's open out those knees, sit those hips back, just reach those arms forward for a moment there. Really let that chest press down to the mat as you release through those wrists. If you need to give them a wriggle, absolutely go for it. Inhale, exhale, suspend a little deeper into that stretch. And then bring those hands in, and we're gonna make our way into a kneeling position. All right, let's grab those handy dumbbells if you have them nearby, if you're choosing to use them. And we're gonna come up into a high kneel position. So you've got those knees under your hips, tailbone is tucked under, zipping up through that lower belly just to support that posture so we're not hanging into those hips in that lower back. We're gonna bend your elbows by your side. Okay, you've got a 90-degree bend with your palms facing in, opening up through that chest. Yes, we're working the arms, be conscious of your posture throughout because this does become very much a core exercise as well. Okay, keeping that 90-degree bend at the elbows, let's lift those arms up, shoulder height, parallel position through the arms, and then lower them back down. So you find the lift, elbows to shoulder height, and then you control lower. Just check your shapes. So your elbows travel with the wrists, no chicken wings. Don't kick them out to the side. We don't need to go too narrow either, just parallel. So if you've got a mirror handy, you can just check that form, posture stays consistent as the arms move through space. Nice smooth pace, lifting and lowering with control. Feels really light to start, but we're going for high reps here, so you're gonna know about those arms pretty shortly. Let's start to layer. We're gonna lift, keep the upper arms still, extend the elbows, bend, control back down. Shoulder height, find extension, bend, and lower. Again, try not to throw the arms around, moving with control here. Just every now and then do that quick body scan. Chin slightly tucked, ribs stacked over your hips, tailbone tucked. Brilliant. Exhale, rise, natural breath. Let's go for 3 more here. And then in 2, we'll keep the arms up nice and high. All right, last one, just the bend and stretch. So keep those arms lifted, fully extend and bend. So tempting to lean back here through your shoulders. Stay stacked. Let's go for 4 and 3. You've got 2, keep the pace the same. Last one, find your 90, brilliant. Now from here, you're gonna open your arms out wide in line with your shoulders. Close them back together, lower it back down, brief reprieve. You lift, open wide, close, parallel, lower back down. Try and keep it moving. Checking those shapes, wrists above your elbows at the very top. Narrow, close, down they come. Lift and open. Keep breathing. Remember, you can drop those dumbbells if you need to at any point. Often the weight of your arms is plenty. 3 more like this, and those arms stay high again. In 2. All right, let's lift the arms. It's just that open close. Think almost like you're leading with your elbows, then the wrists will travel with them. Let's go 5 here. Whew. In 4. 3, sturdy wrists. And 2, we stay narrow. In 1, find that narrow position, lift and lift. Teeny tiny pulse. Stay with me for 10, 9, 8, 7. You have it. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower those arms down. Oh yeah, give them a good old roll. Nice. All right, now from here, we're gonna find a hinge at the elbows and at the hips. So hips travel back, chest is forward. Let's pull the elbows in by your side. Open up through that chest. Let's get it moving. So really shifting that focus out of those biceps into the triceps. So we get to offload the front slightly, load up through the back. Now your elbows stay nice and high as you find that stretch, control bend. Stretch and bend. So work in both directions. Don't just let them go floppy as you drop them down. Resist it. Palms are facing in. So you really lead with the pinkies as you press and return. Zipping up through that belly, you're supporting that nice long hinge position. So ski slope from the crown of your head down to your tailbone. Let's go for 6. We'll hold long in 5 and 4, 3 and 2. Let's hold it back, straight arms, they pulse. Lift, really try and clear the height of your hips for 6, 5, 4, 3, hold in 2, hold it there. We're gonna take a little flip, palms to ceiling and then palms to floor. Flip to ceiling, flip to floor. Now really lengthen long through the arms, so it's not just your wrists that are flipping, it's the entire upper limb, so you feel that from right up within those shoulders. For 6 and 5, you've got another round of pulses to come in. 4, let's go 3 and 2. Last one, find that mid position, pinkies to ceiling, pulse and pulse. Long elbows, high arms. 10, 9, zip up that belly. 7, you've got 6, 5, just for 4, 3, hold in 2, hold it there. Can you get a little lower? Can you lift the arms a bit higher for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bring it up. Little reprieve. Take a shoulder roll. Let's take that chin down to your chest. Take that right ear across to your shoulder. Chin to chest, left ear to left shoulder, back to the chest, and bring that head back up. Awesome. Okay, now flip your palms to face forward. You've got a slight soft bend in those elbows. We're gonna take a little kneeling squat. As you do, your arms travel forward. So hips travel back, arms lift. You then rise to high kneel, and we take a side raise. Arms up, lead with your thumbs. Arms come back down. And again, kneeling squat, arms rise in front. High kneel, lateral raise, and lower. Okay, so take your time, lead with that tailbone, lead with the thumbs as you lift. Inhale and exhale. Arms just in front of the body as you find that lateral raise. And if in doubt, just keep breathing. Doesn't matter too much when. Lift, control, lower. Trying to keep the tension out of the neck and the jaw. Relax the bottom jaw nice and heavy. Think about the posture of your shoulders and that lower body, leading with the tailbone, tucking as you rise. Let's go 5 more like that. Up to shoulder height. You've got 3. Throw in an extra one there. And 2. And hold it high. On the next one, find that high kneel, just that lateral raise. Control the up, control the down. Nice and long through those elbows. Let's go for 4. In 3, check that posture. You've got 2. We're gonna lift the arms up. You take a bend in, palms, forearms out, so open out, reach, then we lower. So you lift, pull it in, reach, and lower, step by step. Just try and keep moving, even though those arms are saying, give me a break. You got it. Long reach and down. 5 here. Subtly changing the position of the arms, just recruiting different muscles around those shoulders, around those arms. So lots of bang for your buck. This sesh. 2 more. And reach. Last one. Lift, give me a reach. We're gonna hold those arms out, thumbs to ceiling, pulse it up. Last bit here, I know it burns. 10, just 9. Think about your core, length through the neck. For 6, just 5, final 4. Same height for 2 and 1, and bring it in. Good job, relax those arms. Big shoulder roll up and around. Amazing. All right, let's pop those weights back down. And then we come back to all 4s. Okay, so hands back to the mat, knees under your hips. Let's just take a little bit of a juicy shoulder blade glide like we did to start. Elbows long, just sink the breastbone, lift the breastbone. Should be moving really freely now. The arms might be a little shaky. Let's go 4 here. 3, 2. Last one, let's set ourselves up for the other side. So lift that breastbone. Lengthen your spine, zip up your belly. Brilliant. Now it's that right palm that makes a fist facing the midline. Nothing else changes. We lift it to shoulder height and then glide it back down. It just skims the mat before you lift back up again. And think about that weight distribution. Okay, try not to sit back over your heels. Keep that weight forward and centered so you do feel some load in that left arm. It's a long reach through those knuckles, gliding that shoulder blade towards the midline. 5 here, and then we'll hold the arm up. In 4. You've got 3 and 2. Let's hold it high. Release your fingertips. We sweep that pinky to your hip, glide it back out in line with your shoulder. And again, sweep it in, inner range glide. Out it goes. So really feel that shoulder blade squeeze into the midline, that underarm, control the out. Keep that weight centered, keep breathing. 3 more here before we take that full half circle. All right, pull it to your hip. Let's circle out to the side all the way forward. Keep it high as you bring it back to the hip. Naturally let that arm rotate just as it wants to. It wants to drop, try and keep it up nice and high. And this might feel different. I know this is a lot tighter for me this side, so I have to work really hard to overcome that tension to keep it high. Let's go 3 more and we'll hold the arm forward. In 2. Last one, reach that arm forward, flip your palm, bend your elbow, hand by shoulder. We're gonna reach the arm forward. Option as you do, reach that left leg behind. You pull elbow in, keep it high, knee under hip, and then reach it long. Inhale to return, exhale out. Try and keep that arm up really nice and high. Arm and leg parallel to floor. Exhale, inhale, looks good. Keep pushing away from the mat through that left arm. Let's go 6 here, and then we'll hold that extension. In 5, in 4. Last 3. You've got 2. Last one, reach it out. Let's flip that thumb to ceiling. Reach long through elbow and knee. Pulse it up and up. Let's go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop it down. So nice, guys. Let's open out those knees again. Reach those arms forward. Find that child's pose. Sit those hips back. Let that chest really suspend down low. I want you to relax but also stay active at the same time. So drop the hips but reach the arms in opposition. Find that length. Nice big inhale, then exhale, let it go. We're going to take those hands over to the left. Take your right hand on top of that left and then just pull your right hip away from that underarm there. So feel that deep stretch along the right side. Nice deep breath. And then right hand travels right, left hand on top. Let's pull that left hip away, opening up that rib cage. And then let's come back to all fours, hands under shoulders. Now we're gonna keep that left hand where it is. Let's just reach that right arm all the way up to the ceiling. Actively press into the mat as you lift. We're gonna dive that hand behind the left, drop the head and shoulder all the way down to the mat. Try and actively push that left hand in to cork through that left shoulder a little higher. That might be plenty, you might like to stay there, or maybe reach that left arm up and around. You can grab that little crease between that right thigh and hip, and that can help you just open up that left shoulder a bit more. Enjoy that corkscrew. And then let's pop that left hand to the mat. Bring yourself back up. Right hand stays under shoulder this time. Center yourself, left arm to the ceiling. Open up, pushing into the mat through the right. You take that dive. Side of the head, left shoulder hits the floor. Really wring out that back, that spine. Pushing your right hand into the floor. You might stay there or maybe reach that right arm all the way up and thread it around your back, grabbing that little crease between your hip and thigh there, opening up that right side. And then pop that hand back down, coming back up from there, sending those hips back in, just rolling out those shoulders. Give your guns a little kiss. Good job, thanks for joining me.